Greyson and I got packrafts last fall, and the local rivers aren't really flowing high enough to use them, so we've just been taking them out on the lake and paddling around. And we got awesome new backpacks for hiking and backpacking with our packrafts, so we are testing those out today. We hiked in less than a mile on a flat path into an area that is drivable, so not like a really technical hike, but we're gonna get out on Donner Lake. So far so good on the backpacks. We are almost done getting the rafts ready and about to get on the water. I actually do some of the work to get my packraft ready, but Greyson has volunteered to do whatever it is that he's doing right now. Oh, he's getting the straps on so I can strap my dry bag to the front of my raft. So we've got the dry bag strapped to the front. Greyson's got the cooler in the back of his, and we are ready to launch. Once you stick them in the water, the change in temperature causes the air to shrink, and so you have to inflate the raft and the bottom a little bit before we take off. So Greyson's about to do that. So it is the Monday of Memorial Day weekend, and while the town of Truckee is not empty, it's not nearly as busy as it would be on a typical Memorial Day. There's barely any motorboats on the lake, which is awesome. It's super fun to paddle around with, not have to worry as much about getting hit by a drunk guy in a boat and getting slammed by wakes all the time. Greyson is not as far away as he looks right now. That's GoPro effect, but I think he wants me to stop talking and catch up with him. So the GoPro is not the greatest for, distance shots and beautiful mountain vistas, but you can see Donner Peak and Judah Peak out there. The snow is really burnt off in the last couple weeks, but still wouldn't want to hike up to the top right now. Packrafts are made for moving water, so like gentle rivers and streams. I mean, some people do up to the class 4 whitewater on them. We definitely don't, but like I said, our local rivers aren't flowing fast enough to paddle on right now, and so we're just noodling around on the lake. And the packrafts are definitely not optimal for flat water. They do much better if there's a little bit of a current. They don't track very well like a kayak, like especially a sea kayak. You paddle once and keeps going in the same direction. As you might have noticed, as I'm just sitting here, I have spun almost in a complete circle. So that's kind of what happens with these. Like, you can paddle them on flat water, but it's a lot more work than paddling like a kayak, but super fun just to get out and be on the water. So the boats that Greyson and I have are Kokopelli Nirvana auto bailing. These ones are meant to be a little better in the white water than some of the other Kokopelli ones, and we could have gotten the Nirvana with a skirt deck and a spray skirt, but we decided that we wanted the auto bailers. It means that you're never all the way dry because water comes in and out of the bottom, but I'm not a huge fan of spray skirts, at least like little I've used them. I like a little more like freedom. Both Greyson and I are pretty tall also. I'm not sure how it would have worked for us to have to try and cram our legs under the skirt as well. So we found a little deserted cove, no more than 30 feet from the people next to us, and now we're gonna enjoy a nice beer outside. Greyson has my very technical Bevmo cooler. I got that for free by being in line at the grand opening of a Bevmo. Cheers! So we've found this fjord on Donner Lake Fjord, and we paddled up it. Now we're heading back down. There's actually a little bit of a current, so I'm drifting the right direction for the first time all day. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of downed trees to look out for, a lot of fish. So we're getting pretty close to our takeout point. We have exited the one area where we had a little bit of current, so I am just drifting around. I don't drift this much when I'm paddling. It is just when I have the paddle down. I haven't figured out how to paddle and hold the GoPro at the same time yet, but at some point we'll figure out a mount that works for pack rafting.